I'm Aaron Nilsson. This is episode 5 of Finding Light, Hope, and Love. Thank you for joining us and listening, watching, subscribing, hitting that bell so you get notified. And I apologize, it has been, I don't even know, it's so bad. 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I'm not actually sure how long it's been since my last one, but it is not the weekly, which I had planned on doing, and I'm giving myself a little bit of grace. I want it to be weekly. I plan on it being weekly. But sometimes a lot of stuff happens, and I'm just taking care of myself. I want to make sure that instead of shooting one, like, you know what, I'm just going to watch a movie or relax. And so I did that, and it's okay to do that. Today, I'm wearing orange because we're on the doorstep of Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, so I'm just kind of celebrating the season. Favorite time of the year right now. Today, I'm going to go with art, and I was going to go with music, which I might do next time. But I think today, I'm just going to go with 3 pieces of some of my most recent favorite pieces of art. Paintings, canvas, whatever it is. They're not actually paintings. I don't have the actual paintings. But these are 3 of them, and one of them's right behind me. I'll get to that in just a second. And this is going to be, well, all of them are about Jesus. And Jim Gaffigan, I love it. He said, you ever want to make anyone uncomfortable? Just say, you want to talk about Jesus? So it's up to you if you want to continue listening to this. But for me, it's been a huge source of hope, light, and love. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and share these and just get right into it. The first one is just right behind me. And you can see it's Jesus, and it's the viewpoint from Peter when he was walking on water. And it's Jesus reaching his hand down into the water. And that is from the book of Matthew in the Bible, the New Testament. And it's in chapter 14. The disciples were on the water, and it was pretty stormy. And Jesus goes there to help them. And Peter's on the boat, and he asks Jesus to come to them. Please come to us. I get it. It's pretty frightening. That's how life is sometimes. I'm hoping that too, even though I'm talking about this, that it's applicable to anyone in life and many different aspects of life. Peter asked Jesus to come to him. Please help us. But then Jesus says, you come to me. And this is important because sometimes that's how it is. It's not always going to be. This can be, I'm going to relate this to relationships too, is where if you're having maybe a stormy relationship or a rocky relationship, it may not always be the other person that's going to be able to come to you or will come to you. Sometimes you have to go to them. And it's all about the focus. That's why I love this one. It's about the focus, because Peter decides, okay, I will go to you. He starts going on the water, and he starts to sink though. Don't know a lot what's going on through his mind, but you can only imagine there and just look into it and think about it, and just, you got nervous. I mean, the storms, the water whipping around you. I'm not a fan of ocean or seas. I'm good with lakes, but just wide open water, I already am nervous too, and I'm not a great swimmer. So for me, I would be in that same position going like, okay, really? And I've had that in my life where I've just been like, all right, let's do this. I'm scared, of course, and I do lose my focus. I have lost my focus. And that's what happens when Peter loses his focus on Christ, that he starts to sink. And that's why I love this painting, is that happens in our life. We lose our focus, and this can be a goal that's maybe with career. It could be a goal just personally of things you want to do, and it might be religious or spiritual. It could be a lot of things, but I think the main thing with it is for me, with it being Jesus, when I don't focus on him, especially in those times where I have the stormy seas in my life, that's when I start to sink. But he's always there. That's the light, hope, and love, is that he's always there to reach down and pick us up. It's not just like, oh, oops, sorry. Well, You should have learned how to swim. You should learn taking those lessons. This could help you right now. He's always there to lift us up. And that has helped me so much in my life. He's always there. One experience I'll share is when I was actually going to serve a mission for my church and church mission. And I was in the Chicago airport and I left. There was a 4-hour layover. I'm going to say this quickly. There was a 4-hour layover. I left. I didn't realize until after. I was quickly getting on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, and then my parents. I talked on the phone the whole 4 hours. I had the layover. I didn't realize that when we were going to board the plane to go to Sweden, that I was like, where's my passport? Where's my ticket? I had left it on the seat in front of me, in the pocket on the plane that had already left. And I was only 19, and everyone ended up leaving and leaving me alone. It was just a financial thing and logistics, and just they needed to go, just take care of me. So I figured it out with the office and got it back to me a few hours later. And if you've ever been in the O'Hare Airport in Chicago, there's a lot of people. I know it's the busiest or one of the busiest in the country. And even then, which maybe a lot of you can relate to, is I felt alone, completely alone. I was scared. I was like, wait, I have to go to Sweden alone. I have to do this alone. I have to get this alone. I have to do this by myself. I was like, Aaron, you're not alone. You're never alone. That was one of the epiphanies, one of the big epiphanies in my life. Then it was like God going like, you're not alone. Aaron, you are not alone. So you are not alone. You're never alone. And if you're not religious and believe in those things, then hopefully you have someone in your life that you feel that strength and love to and with, that they're always there for you. I hope that you have someone like that. The second painting or photo is this one. Right here, took it out of the frame. It kind of was getting a little loose, but this is also Jesus sitting on the rocks looking up at the stars. And for me, I love everything to do with space and astronomy and just all that's out there. I've always loved that. And this I just love because it's Jesus there, as I believe that he took part in the creation of the world and this earth. And he's just taking a little time. He's not attending anyone. He's not healing anyone at the time. He's not teaching. It's taking time to meditate, to just think, which we all need that quiet time. I know for me, like nature, I say for me a lot. You're getting out into nature is big for a lot of people, and I enjoy that as well. Get a little peace and serenity and just quiet and calm, however you need to get that. But it could be Jesus also just thinking about looking at his creation, and maybe he's thinking about what he's going to do next or who he can help or whatever. But it's a reminder for me that even Jesus took time. I would think that he took time as well among all the busyness and all he had to do, because I'm go. Everyone who knows me knows that. I'm just from one minute to the next. And I need that reminder to take time and just step back a little bit. And sometimes it's several times in a day, once a day. Sometimes I don't go through it in a day, but I try to every day, at least for a moment, step back and like, what am I doing, and reevaluate and really think. And there are the times I get a lot of time to think, and it's important to help with just clearing your mind, organizing your mind, and just your emotions. And been a big help to be able to do that. The third one, I love threes. Three's my favorite number, is this one, which I found the most recent right here. And this is a sheep and then a shepherd. It's blurry. It could be Jesus, but the shepherd and then the sheep, and just that cute face. I mean, come on. How can you not fall in love with that face? And he's got some mud, that sheep, that little sheep. It could be naivety. It's just maybe wanted to play in the mud. And I think that's happens with a lot of us, is we get stuck in it sometimes and we get a little dirty, and you can have that related to sins, but also maybe just getting it into the things that maybe aren't really good for us. And it's another reminder that we are not alone, that there is Jesus, there's a shepherd, there's God, there's ones who love us. It could be your parents as well. That for this photo though, or this picture, it is Jesus, the shepherd, represented to come after us when we get a little into the mud, and he runs. He's running. You can see that he's running to get that sheep, because that sheep might be looking at it going, "Ooh, I can get into more of this. This is fun." And it is. A lot of these things in life are fun. But we have someone who, when we get too far into it, or before we get too far into it, that's there to get us, and that we are not lost. And we have brothers and sisters, and we are part of this world. And to help before we get, like I said, too far into it and too deep into our own, into the minutia, and get lost completely, we have Jesus there to run after us. And sometimes he is. He's running, going like, I know that. He's like, Aaron, what in the world have you gotten yourself into now? And it's a big help and source for me to know that it's going to sometimes take him running to me or after me before I get into something more. And that's why I love Lauren Daigle and her song Rescue. I will send out an army to rescue you, to find you. And I just added a fourth thing. I added song. I was going to talk about music, but I can't help but not talk music. Those are three of my favorite. And I would love to know if there's any sort of art, maybe not just pictures, but if there's any other kind of art that you guys have just absolutely loved and given you light, hope, and love. You felt that and have helped you in your life. Please post those in the comments, or if you have, you can text too, but just post it and then people can see it too and go off of it. I appreciate everyone and for watching this, and hope you have a wonderful week, because I plan on doing the next one in a week like I plan on doing. Until next time, have a great week.